It was cool. I was just happy to be back out there, man. It was, playing and getting up and down the court and putting the uniform back on.
Dame, CJ, Portland, you guys got some ground to make up. What can you guys be together?
We believe that we could be good once it get going. And the good thing about this is it's 11, 12 games into the season, so we still have time to grow with one another. We still have time to figure it out. I'm not coming in, after All-Star break and 20 games left. We still have time to grow with each other, grow one another, and figure it out. And I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I like that. He asked him his grade, and he said, I was cool. So cool is a grade. Cool is a good grade. All right, small sample size, 24 minutes with Anthony on the court. Portland outscored by 20. 24 minutes with him on the bench. Portland outscores the Pellies by 9. Blazers offensive, defensive, and net efficiency with Carmelo Anthony on the floor would all be the worst in the NBA. Remember, this is his first game back in over a year. All right, Tim Legler. Videotape tells the truth. What did Anthony show you or not show you?
Well, the one thing we know he's going to be able to do is score. The guy can score in his sleep. The over-under was 9.5 points on his return. Would he clear that? I took the over all night long. He ended up getting 10. He can put the ball in the basket. That's the biggest thing, and we saw him do some of that tonight. The other thing we saw was, he doesn't have the lift and the legs. That's going to take some time to get there, get himself into game shape. This, he can do it. He can absolutely make and take open three-point shots, and to me, this is vintage Melo. This is how he scores more often than not. It's going to be off the dribble, short, mid-range, pull-up jump shots. Gives them some size at that forward position to score. And this is what I was talking about with the lift. It's a great pick and dive, but he doesn't really get above the rim on that finish. And he had several plays in this game where he's going right at guys at the rim trying to attack and just really could not get a call. There was a lot of contact on some of his aggressive plays, not only on that dive play, but also in the post. Had a couple of these situations where it looks like he's going to back somebody down and get something good, and he doesn't get anything. I think as he starts to get his game legs under him, he's going to realize that he's at the point in his career where a lot of these at the rim need to be jump stops, gather yourself, maybe an up fake, get contact, and make sure you get to the line. He didn't get any of those tonight, so his night really wasn't as bad statistically as it showed. I think he ultimately can be a guy that can really help a good team, and I think Portland can be that. We've seen the worst of the Blazers through the first month. They're going to get better from here, and I think Carmelo Anthony has a role on this team, probably off the bench as a four-man, 15 to 20 minutes a night. He's going to be able to get you double figures.
We've seen the numbers, but from the eye test, up close and personal, what's the takeaway from Carmelo Anthony's return?
For somebody who hadn't played in over a year, I thought he looked fine. He shot the ball pretty well. He made 2 or 3 three-pointers. I asked C.J. McCollum what he thought. He said, we lost, but it wasn't Melo's fault. This is a really beat-up, injury-depleted Portland team right now who desperately needs Carmelo Anthony here. They were not shy about getting to Melo the ball, letting him do his thing, and they're basically saying, hey, man, we don't have time to worry about your past. We need you now.
What was the reception like for him in the locker room, joining a team so quickly?
Yeah. You know what? You got 2 really mature superstars in CJ and Dame. They've wanted him here for years. Those 3 guys are real swaggy, man. They're real cool. Their personalities fit, and they all 3 now have a chip on their shoulder. Melo still can't make sense of this past year. He can't make sense of why the Rockets did what they did, and he didn't want to comment on that. But together, once this team is healthy, and I'm hearing Nurkic may be a little bit closer than possible, I think they could be a force pretty soon.
All right, Carmelo Anthony back in the NBA. Mark Spears on the story. We appreciate it, Mark.
All right, Stan, good to talk to you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.